Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Salt and Pepper at Home with Attilio. How is everybody at home? Good. Well, I'm going to show you today with this apparatus that I have here prepared. I'm going to show you soup. This is going to be a nice soup. It's going to be one of those soups that it's easy to make at home. All the soups that I'm going to show you, in my segments, I don't know if you've seen the other ones or not, they're going to be like home. They're going to be easy, and they're going to be fast, and they're going to be nice and hearty. I'm going to show you the ingredients right now. For here, you might not see any chicken bones. This is actually a chicken soup with tortellini inside. You don't see no chicken bones. I'll show you why. Because the chicken bones, I've had them down there already cooking for about an hour or so. Okay? I'm just going to show you the rest of the ingredients here. Right? So, nice and easy. In there, there's about 8 bags, okay? And it's 3.5 liters of water. Then there is some chopped tomato. It's maybe 3 slices. That's some Marzano tomato. Then there's some celery. If you noticed, I've left the leaves there because the leaves are really, really nice in a soup. Okay, we put this at the very end. I have some carrots here, which I'm going to put in a little while after we skim the top of the fats and everything else that we don't want. And I've got some roasted onions, which is nice to have them roasted because the caramelizing, you will notice kind of a nice flavor, right? And then you can choose to take it, to leave them in or take them out when you do the skimming off the top. And here's some roasted garlic, right? All the fat, we try to get rid of most of the oil, and the onions, they kind of sticks too. Then we have a green onion, which we're going to put at the very last moment, just before we serve it, and some tricolor tortellini. Okay? Notice how I said tortellini? That's with the English accent. And the tortellini, we use a half of it. Okay? All right? Now, if we go to the stove, I'll show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna skim, and we're gonna have a nice soup soon. All right. So as I was, mentioning, you see, this has been cooking already for about an hour or so, and I'm gonna show you. I put already the onions, and I put the garlic. The roasted garlic and the caramelized onions are really nice. Now, we're skimming the top. We're getting rid of all this fat that we don't want. Okay, getting rid of the fat. If you go big, if you should take some broth out, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure all the fat is out. Now, the onions and the garlic, you can choose to either leave it in or take them out. It's up to you. But you see, in this case, they already, gave the flavor to the soup. Why should we deprive them from the honor of all ending at the same place? So that's what we're gonna do. All right? And let's hope that we get rid of all that. Not a problem whatsoever. Now, we can choose to take out the meat and put it back in the soup, or we can choose to take out all the bones and use the meat for something else, or use a little bit of the meat inside with the tortellini. Why not? So while I do this, I'm going to do this right away, and as soon as it's done, I'll show you what happened. I've skimmed off all the fat in here, and I took the time to take away those little black particles of the onions that were from the caramelized onions, but I don't want to take out the onions and the garlic in there. Okay, I'm just going to leave them in there. Now, remember, we didn't put any salt at all. Okay. For this amount, as you can see right through, I love those pots. Aren't they nice? You put about this much, maybe a little bit more, and maybe a little too much. but it's okay. And we're gonna put a little bit of pepper, maybe just a little bit more, maybe just a little bit more. Too much, but that's okay. And what we do now, we put the carrots, because we want the carrots to cook a little bit, okay? Now, the meat has been taken out, all the bones have been taken out. We put a little bit of carrots here, okay? And they might have to be there maybe for 5 minutes, okay? And as soon as 5 minutes are over, I'm gonna show you what happens and how we serve it, right? 4 minutes and 57, 4 minutes and 58, 4 minutes and 59, 5 minutes. Hi. 5 minutes. And we're gonna put some tortellini, right? You can put ravioli if you like, but I just happen to have tortellini because it was just a tortellini day. And we just give it a little bit of a, we give it a little bit of a flame. We're gonna get mean here. We're gonna get real mean. Then we put the tomato and this. Now, by the time the tortellini are cooked, this is gonna be the nicest, I mean, the tortellini are already cooked. By the time they warm up, I mean, inside there, this is gonna be the nicest soup we've ever had. And I'm gonna meet you at the table. Not too long from now, maybe 1.5 minutes. That was fast, wasn't it? I'm just gonna serve it a little bit. The plate is one of those glass plates, so I'm just gonna put a little bit on the bottom and go like this, because sometimes if the plate's a little bit cold, it's gonna shatter on you. Okay, now look at that. Look at that beautiful soup. It just makes me hungry. Look at that. My God. This is what grace is all about. You can use a little bit of that. You can use a little bit of that. A little bit of the green stuff, right? Okay. We're gonna save a little bit for later. No problem. And you probably noticed that I have considerably less soup than it showed on the stove. The reason why I'm saving it is because in my next soup, I'm gonna be showing 2 ways of doing a nice minestrone. Now, my friends, if I may, buon appetito. See you again with salt and pepper at home with Attilio.